So this is the video that we were talking about making, how we make the masks. The first clip you're gonna see is all the layouts of all the masks, all the pieces to the masks. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold over the long side of one of the pieces inward, so that way the little flap doesn't show and it doesn't fray during the sewing. I'm doing the same thing with the other ones. I'm making the little flap and then sewing it inward and cutting all the edges. So on this part right here, what I'm trying to do is I'm making sure that the bottom part is facing down, and on the other side, the bottom part is facing down. So I'm putting them together so that way when I stitch them together, the flaps are facing towards the bottom. What I'm doing here is I'm measuring them the length of the front of the face mask, so that way they fit nice and straight. And all I'm doing here is just putting a little stitch just to keep them together on both sides, and I do that with both sides of the inside of the mask. So now what I did is on the bottom part, which is the front of the face mask, I flipped it inside out, so that way the nice stitch part faces the outside, and then the frayed part faces the inside. And I did the same exact thing for the inside part of the mask. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the outside of the mask facing the table, and then the inside of the mask facing me, so all the frayed part face each other. I'm folding the inside of a little lip on the inside of the outside part of the mask, so that way when I stitch them both together, there's no parts that are frayed showing on the outside of the mask. So I have to make sure that I match these up really, really carefully. Make sure that both the folds are facing toward each other, and that the bottom part and the top part of the masks are exactly matching. Once you're done with that side, it looks nice and straight, do the same exact thing on the top side. So that's the open part. Just do the little folds facing inward and then stitch it up. So now you should have a clean look. There's no frayed areas, there's no folds showing or anything like that. So what you do is get these scrunchies that I use for the hair ties, and you fit it in through here. You may want to measure it up against your face to make sure that you're taking enough length off the sides, so that way it can fit snug up against your face. And once you put it through the scrunchie, just do an extra little fold so that, again, there's no fray showing on the side. Do the same thing on the other side. And I fold it over like that to make sure that both sides are equal. So at this point, your mask is pretty much done. All you have to do is put it on. But for me, since I have a big nose, I use these paper clips and I unfold them. And once I get it nice and straight, I actually poke a hole through the top bridge part of the nose of the mask. And then I just kind of poke a hole through where the little seam is stitched, and then fit it through there and make sure that it's nice and even on the top. And then once it's nice and even, I go ahead and see when it's both even on both sides. I just fold a little crease on the paper clip, and then I fray out the sides. I kind of flay them out so that way it doesn't poke my cheeks. Once I do that, I got a nice little nose bend, and that way it doesn't fall off my face, and then it's nice and tight up against my cheeks.